Hey everybody, Steve here, and here's a look at all the stories we're following from the AFR News Desk for August 4th, 2015. Our lead story this week comes from over at Strat-O-Matic, where they're having a 25% off sale any single card set. The twist in this sale is that you need to send in a picture of your Strat-O-Matic collection to receive that discount. This is certainly one of the most interesting sales that I've ever heard of. You can go to the Strat-O-Matic website to get all the details, and that sale runs through August 12th. Over at APBA, they have confirmed in their latest newsletter that they received enough pre-orders that they will be producing the jumbo set for the 2014 pro season for their APBA football game. This is going to be a card set that has every single player carded, and it's going to sell for $125. They're still taking pre-orders on that with no definite date on when it'll ship. And a couple of Kickstarter updates. I'm very happy to share the news that both Saga Baseball and Pigskin, the card drafting football game, have both reached their funding goals. Saga still has 5 days left on its campaign, and Pigskin has 4 days left, so still a chance for those campaigns to maybe hit a stretch goal or two. You can check out the links below the video here to both of those campaigns. And lastly, I'd like to talk about something I meant to mention on the show last week, and that's the upcoming release of one of the sets that I look forward to every year now, the 2015 in-season set for History Maker Baseball from Play.com. If you're not familiar with this set, what they do is they card all the players for how they played up until about the three-quarter mark of the season, release the set during the season, and then let you play out the games right alongside what's going on TV. So while it may not be quite as exciting this year for all my fellow Red Sox fans, still some rookie cards that I'm looking forward to seeing. And this is also going to be the set that will be used for the World Series pre-play event that's going to be taking place in Milwaukee this year at the end of September. This set is coming out on August 24th. You can head on over to play.com for more details on that set. And now let's take a look at new releases. Over at Gen 1400, they've announced that for the first time ever, they're going to be putting out a printed set of their Dice boxing game. As well as the base game, they're also going to be putting out sets of heavyweight boxers, welterweight boxers, and bantamweight boxers. Over at Inside Sports, they've released the 1971 and the 2014 season for their Inside Blitz football game. And finally, over at Replay Games, they've extended the time frame that you have to purchase the 2004 Collector's Choice set for their Replay Baseball game. Those sets have already shipped out to everybody that pre-ordered it, and you have until August 8th to order your set before it's gone forever. And now it's time for the question of the week. So last week in the show, I asked everybody if they've ever unleashed their inner commissioner on any of their tabletop sports games, and there were certainly a couple of interesting responses. People deciding to suspend A-Rod. There was even a Jose Canseco suspension. And another response that I thought was interesting was from John Lowe, where he said not so much as putting on his commissioner hat while he's playing, he'll step into an umpire's role during some games when he's playing out a season with Replay Baseball. If a pitcher beans a couple of batters, or if he beans the same batter twice, he'll eject him from the game. And I thought that was really interesting because that's something that's not in the rule book, just a little something to inject some flavor while you're doing a season replay. Thank you, of course, to everybody that responded. Always enjoy hearing from the viewers of the show. This week, I'd like to ask everybody, what are your thoughts on Kickstarter campaigns? If you've been following the show here, you'll see that there's been a lot of sports-themed games that have had funding campaigns on Kickstarter or on Indiegogo, and it seems like it's sort of becoming the norm for companies to put out these campaigns to fund a new season set, or some companies are launching entirely new product lines. As for my own thoughts, I feel like if it's a way for a company to put out a product that they might not have been able to put out otherwise, it's certainly a good thing. And eventually, the way I look at things is that the consumers are going to have the final voice in these matters. So if a company isn't putting out good campaigns, people aren't going to fund them eventually. And if they do, then people will come back and they're going to look forward to the next campaign that comes out. I'll look forward to your thoughts on Kickstarter campaigns, and I'll highlight some of them on next week's show. And now it's time for channel updates. I'm still working on the review for Hat Trick. I'm hoping to have that up within the next week. But if you're curious, the designer of the game has actually put out some gameplay videos that shows you all the rules of the game, and that's up on his YouTube channel. I'll post links to those below the video here. Other than that, of course, stay tuned for the news every Tuesday evening. Alright everybody, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. My name's Steve, and I'll see you next time after further review.